Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine has been busy. It has been, for me, it's been a really, really busy week. Last Sunday I went to a book festival. I'll tell you more about that at the end. Then Monday I went with mum and dad to the opticians because they both get kind of drops in their eyes in order for them to see, the optician to take photographs, that we get done here. So it meant I needed to go so I could drive the car home. And on the way home, we popped in to see an elderly neighbour of ours who used to live up the road. She now is in an old people's home. And it was her birthday on Tuesday, so we went in with her present and stuff. So we spent an hour with her. It was lovely seeing her. It was really, really nice. And we arrived home to get a message in our answering machine going, Fiona, the car that I'm thinking about for you is ready to come and have a look at it. So I went round to the garage and had a look at this car and really liked it on site. And said, yeah, interested in it, depending on finances and also test drive. So garage owner got back to me on the price, and I said, right, okay, want to take it for a test drive. And he's really good. Instead of just doing that short test drive, he lets me take it out for a day. So Tuesday was spent sort of organising for the test drive for the Wednesday, and we decided just to start emptying my car, the one that we were, that was going to go back. And if everything went well, and I'm not joking, took it for a test drive on Wednesday, and it was lovely. Really, really enjoyed it. And so made the decision when we got back. Yeah, we're gonna take this one. So the rest of yesterday we were in Fort Kinnaird because meeting up with a friend of mine for lunch. So that was really nice. We had lunch. We all four of us had lunch together. Then my friend and I went off and did some shopping that she wanted to do. And then mum and dad did some shopping they wanted to do. And then we all met up again later on, had an afternoon coffee as well, which was really, really nice. It was great to sort of spend time with Jen and just catch up on all the news and everything. So that was good. And then this morning, mum and I have been we cleaned the windows in my car on the inside. We'd already cleaned wiped down all of the inside and the seats on Tuesday. We also took the mats that are in the car, we took them out and we've cleaned them. So all I need to do now is put the car through the car wash and also to hoover the inside. She's not that dirty. And the carriage guy had said, look, just empty it and bring it back. And I'm like, no, I want to take it back fairly clean. So just got that to do. Excuse me, and I've got to deal with the insurance of insuring the new car. So as I say, busy week, very busy week, and with the yawning, I can tell I'm pretty tired. It's it's just been go go go. So hopefully this weekend, well, I've still got to clean the car and I've still got to look for insurance, but hopefully it'll be a quiet weekend. Reading wise, has actually been pretty good, I have to say. So finished Christmas at the Little Waffle Shack by Helen Rolfe. I gave this 3.5 out of 5. So we meet Lucy, and she's new to the village of Heritage Cove. She's been there for a wee while, and she's the blacksmith. But she doesn't just do shall we do normal blacksmithing stuff. She does fancy stuff like gates and coat racks, mugs, things like that. So she's really happy and she likes being in the cove, and she's making friends, etc. And this new log cabin has appeared where a previous building was, and nobody knows what it's going to be. And the man that's going to be running it, Daniel, comes to her and asks if she will make a sign for the new the new business, and it's going to be a waffle shack. And Daniel kind of left Heritage Cove. Various things happened within his family, and he's come back, but his brother lives in Heritage Cove, and Lucy's friendly with him, also with Daniel's brother's wife as well. They're really good friends. And this story is not only about like the romance between Daniel and Lucy, but it's also about Daniel sort of finding his place in the family again, of him and his brother trying to work things out, you know, and get over what happened in their childhood and in their adolescence. I did enjoy it. It was a nice read. At times I thought it was a bit slow. I liked I thought the pace could have moved a bit quicker. I liked sort of hearing about all the different things he was making his waffles into, and what he was putting on them and everything. Yeah, that was so good. That was good. It made me think, oh gosh, I would love to have a waffle at the moment. But hopefully, if things work out in December, I'll be having quite a lot of waffles, but I'm not going to say anything about that. I don't want to jinx it at the moment. So, yeah. So, but no, I really enjoyed it, and it was my first book by Helen Rolfe, and I think I would try her again. I think I liked the way that she wrote things. Then I read on my Kindle for review One Summer in Sydney by Annie Claydon. I gave this one 3.5 out of 5. I enjoyed this one. It was a medical romance. I haven't had one of those for a while, and I decided to take a chance on it, and I'm glad I did. It's sort of given me my enjoyment of medical romances back again, for which I'm quite happy. Hold on one minute, I need to check something. Yeah, so we meet Ali. Now, Ali she works in paediatrics and in a hospital in London, and something happened, which there was a big investigation in the hospital, and it's been decided that it would be a good idea for her to move away, or to go on this exchange to a hospital in Sydney, so that she's got 2 years away from the hospital, 2 years away from the environment in which things happened. And she jumps at the chance. She goes, yeah, that'd be great. She arrives in Sydney to discover that the person she's going to be replacing is a guy called Zach that she knew during her training as a doctor. And she liked him, but nothing ever happened. And I think the feelings were mutual. So she ends up, at the time, she's living in his apartment in part of Sydney on the beach above a surf shop. She becomes friends with the people who own the surf shop, and obviously with Zach himself. And the story is the beginning of her time there in Sydney, and how she's adapting to the work environment and the different culture, etc. She meets a young girl, or a teenage girl, in the hospital who has suffered the same trauma that Annie herself does, and she wants to help this girl, and so she works with the psychologist at the hospital, where they work out various strategies and various ways to help this girl, and in many ways Annie, overcome or deal with this trauma. We also sort of see some of the other adolescents that she and Zach, are treating. And through Zach, she finds a way to help other people who have gone through the trauma that Ali has gone through. It's the story of also their romance, but whether that romance will last, that is very much kind of in the balance. I don't want to give away the plot because it was, the plot actually did take me by surprise. I have to say, the ending was like, oh right, okay, fine. It was like, oh right, not what I expected, and which I think is really, really nice. I really liked this. I thought it was the way that the trauma was dealt with, the way that it was talked about. I think it's very relevant to the social media lifestyle that everybody lives, and that things can be abused by that. It very relevant, could be a very strong talking point, especially for, shall we say, younger people and even some older people. What do you share, what do you not share, things like that. I really liked it. As I gave it 3.5. I could probably have liked it to maybe be, shall we say, slightly longer, just to give a wee bit more info as to what happens next. But no, I did enjoy it and would recommend it. Next one I read was Sunshine and Sweet Peas in Nightingale Square by Heidi Swain. I gave this one 4 out of 5. Really enjoyed this. Liked being back in Nightingale Square. Haven't been there for a while, so it was like, I think this is kind of one of the first ones of Nightingale Square, I think. It was written in 2018, so possibly. So we meet Kate, and Kate is soon to be divorced. They're just waiting. The divorce papers have been signed. They're just waiting on it, the final things to happen. And she is moving away from London and her ex-husband, and has found herself this lovely little cottage on Nightingale Square that is going to need work done to it, but she's happy to do renovations, etc. So she moves in and immediately is pulled into life on Nightingale Square. And there's this big house that's part of the square called Prospero Place that was owned by a philanthropist way back in the day who designed all of Nightingale Square and various houses or rows of houses that have since been demolished. But Prospero Place has been left empty for years and years, and suddenly there's somebody there, but it's like, who is it? What is this person going to do with the house? There's been talk that the architects are going to demolish it or make it into these ultra modern apartments that nobody in the square wants. And there are various things happening in the square, and Kate gets involved with the people in the square and what's been happening in the square. I really enjoyed it. It was great. The story pulled me in. Plotline just had me, reading. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely want to get some more of the Nightingale Square because I like her Windhurst. Is it Wind? Her other village one I really enjoy. So yeah, I definitely want to get more of the Nightingale Square to see what else happens. So thoroughly enjoyed that. I then read on my Kindle New Beginnings at Wildflower Lock by Hannah Lynn. I got this for review. I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5. I did enjoy it. So we meet Daisy, and Daisy finds out that she has inherited a longboat from her grandfather. and she goes to see it. But it mistakes one boat for the boat that she's supposed to have inherited. And the boat that she goes on to is absolutely fantastic, well kitted out, looks immaculate, etc. And she opens the door to find this guy in the shower. And she's like, what the hell are you doing here? And he's like, no, what the hell are you doing here? And she discovers this is Theo, and she discovers that she's on the wrong boat. Her boat is the one next to his, and it's in not great shape. And there are loads of boxes in it, etc. And she knows that, she's like, I'll just sell it. But she knows that she needs to clear the boxes out. And her friends come and help her. And she discovers in one of the boxes letters from her father that she doesn't really remember. And whenever when she was younger, she used to try and talk to her mother about her father, her mother would just shut her off. So we now then have a conflict between her and her mum. And one night when her friends are there, they get drunk, and Daisy used to be an artist, and she went to art school, but that didn't work out, and she's had various jobs, and the one she's in at the moment's okay, but nothing brilliant. And she finds all these paints as well, and really good paper. And one night she draws this the night that they're having a drunken night, and she draws paints this picture. And they're waking up in the morning, and she finds this little envelope on the longboat door, and it's basically too much noise, etc., from one of the other boat owners. And she goes to she speaks to Theo because she thinks it's him, and he's like, no, I wasn't here. He said, oh no, that's whatever the lady's name was, I can't remember. So okay, I'll go and talk to her. Take her something as a thank you gift. As a way to I'm really sorry, as a I'm sorry gift. And she goes over, and this lady suddenly pulls her into an embrace and goes, Daisy May, it's been a long time. And Daisy's sort of looking at her going, she thinks she vaguely remembers her. And it transpires that this lady knew Daisy when Daisy was a wee girl, because something happened in her family, that Daisy actually spent a year and a half living on the boat that she's inherited from her grandfather. So this is even more conflict with her mother. And Daisy decides that she's going to do the boat up, and then she's going to sell it. But she also has to work things out with her mum. She has to find out why her mother lied to her, and all that happened, why she kept her father's letters from her, etc., etc. So we have all of this going on. Plus there's her and Theo doing up the September Rose, the boat that she owns. Various things happen at work as well. So there are a lot of things that are going on. And it was good. I did like it, but the ending was so abrupt. I am not joking. It was like bang. I don't know if there's going to be a sequel, but I was like, what? You can't just leave it there. It's like, hello? We need to know. It's like, does this work? How does it work? What's going to happen next? So I didn't like that. So that put it this way, it would have got a 4 out of 5 from me, but because of the abrupt ending, it ended up getting a 3.5. So I do hope there is going to be a sequel, because I do want to know what happens next. But it's like, you can't just, you've got to give something, surely. So that was like, whew. And then the last book, I've actually just finished it this morning, is All Is Bright by RaeAnne, Thayne. Gave this one 4.5 out of 5. Really enjoyed this one. This is the latest book in the Hope's Crossing series now. I haven't been in Hope's Crossing I think since about book 1 or book 2, I really need to. I was wanting to read them in order. Yeah, that was gone out the window, hasn't it? But doesn't matter. I really enjoyed this one. So we meet Sage McKnight, and Sage has come back to Hope's Crossing to do to oversee the final bits of work that need to be done on. Oh gosh, what's the house called? What makes me want to say it is Wolf? Is it Wolf Hall? Hold on 1 minute. Wolf Ridge. That's right. And it's owned by Mason Tucker. Now, Mason was a famous baseball player, but he was involved in a helicopter crash that killed the helicopter pilot, his wife, and the baby that his wife was carrying. He survived with an incomplete spinal cord injury at, oh gosh, is it T6? I think it's T6. So he's got some feeling in his legs, and he can walk a bit, but he mostly uses a wheelchair. And Wolf Ridge is for himself and his daughter Grace. And Sage is very good at doing renovations to houses that are for people who have disabilities. So it's called accessible homes, accessible living. And he has, obviously asked her to design the renovations, and she's done a fantastic job in it. But she also has feelings for him when she, kind of meets him and meets his daughter, and she, you can see that there's a spark there. He also, I think, has feelings for her, but is keeping it very well hidden. So Sage is really happy to be back in Hope's Crossing. She's going to get to spend time with her siblings Nick and Anna. There's a backstory with Nick that I'm not going to spoil. And she also gets to meet up with her other friends, Taryn and various other friends that she has in Hope's Crossing. Taryn is also she also has feelings for this guy Charlie, who's come back because his father has died, and they're having to go through everything in the house, get the house ready for selling. There is a backstory with Sage, Taryn, Charlie that I'm also not going to spoil. So you have all of this, and then Sage's parents go away to France, so Sage is left to look after Nick and Anna, and it's the time they have together. And also, sort of because Grace is very friendly with Nick and Anna, Mason ends up having to go to a number of things within the community, and he starts to tentatively make friends with people there. Also, Nick's mother Rebecca is in Hope's Crossing because she, as soon as she knew about the accident, she came and started looking after Grace, and the bond between them is really strong. But there have been issues in the past between Mason and his mother, so they have to work that out. So there's all of that in the story, and you would think it was convoluted, but what was really nice was the fact that each chapter was sort of like either Mason's, Taryn's, or Sage's. So you got that story. The story's interweaving, but also you got sort of their story, the story of Sage and Mason's story with his mum and everything. So it was really clearly done, which was great. I loved the plot line. I liked sort of hearing about some of the adaptations that Sage had made to Wolf Ridge. Oh gosh, it sounds such a lovely home and so well adapted. And it was just really, really nice to read, and it definitely is, as I say, it's made me want to go back to Hope's Crossing. I used this book for the Janelle-a-thon, which happened this week. I'm sure that most of people who watch my videos will know who Janelle was. She was too fond of books. I personally didn't watch her channel, which I am definitely going to go back and watch some of her, watch her videos, but I know she subscribed to mine. I actually only found that out last weekend, when I heard news of her passing, and that Melissa from Libraries and Labradors, and I think it's Lee from Dark Roots Creations, they set up a readathon in Janelle's memory, which ran from last Saturday to this Saturday. And Janelle was a great lover of mystery stories, etc., but she just loved books in general. So there's sort of this prompt for the readathon was read books that you love, or a mystery book. So I love Christmas. I love books about house renovations. So RaeAnne Thayne's All Is Bright really fitted into that. So it was really nice to sort of read that, and it's a shame that BookTube has lost somebody who was so popular and so well loved. Janelle's husband did a beautiful tribute to her, and I know he's keeping her channel up so that others can go and find her and watch her. I will leave a link to her channel down below for everybody that is maybe who watches my channel but didn't know about her, about Janelle. I hope that you will go and have a look at the things that she read. As I say, I'm going to go and definitely catch up with books that she has read or recommended. So last Saturday, as I said at the beginning of this video, I went to a book festival in Edinburgh. It was a one-day book festival. It was held at the Storytelling Centre on the High Street, or the Royal Mile, whichever way you want to call it. I have some footage from it, and I did put some footage, or I'll put it on it after this. But I done some footage on the train of me showing the books that I got, but it wasn't very good, so I'll probably take that bit out, and I'm going to show you the books now. So the books I got there were various tables, as you will see in the clips I got, various publishers, some authors. So I know I've given you my thoughts at the end of what I videoed when I was there, so I'm not going to say much else. But I got 3 books. So I got Spurred to Justice by Delores Fossen, and Malice at the Marina by Ericson. This was a Mills and Boon intrigue, so I am really looking forward to this. Oh, there you go, that's a better picture. So Mills and Boon call this their heroes line, at your service. These are intrigue novels for Harlequin, so I'm looking forward to reading those. So Spurred to Justice, a lawman confronts his past and a dangerous predator. A taunting text from a serial killer gives FBI agent Nolan only minutes to save the next victim. Former cop Adeline and Nolan's ex-girlfriend receive the same message. That's just the beginning of a cunningly orchestrated plan that unearths a shocking secret about Nolan. As he struggles to come to terms with his past and protect Adeline, a madman's endgame could bury them both. So that sounds really good. And then Malice at the Marina. He wants his missing sister, and she needs her escaped witness. All the years Detective Billy Crouch has searched for his missing sister. She's been in witness protection. Now she's fled with criminals in pursuit, and U.S. Marshal Mia Romano must locate her before it's too late. They join forces, but the searing attraction between Mia and Billy's share may prove to be a distraction they can't afford. So that sounds really, really interesting. This one was a title and cover buy for me. It's Sharon Gosling's The Lighthouse Bookshop. So a community of book lovers, a long ago romance, a secret uncovered. A lighthouse far from sea, a tight-knit group of friends, and a bookshop at the heart of it all. So there we go. At the centre of a tiny community in a remote village just inland from Aberdeenshire coast stands an unexpected lighthouse. Built 2 centuries ago by eccentric landowner, it has become home to the only bookshop for miles around. Rachel's an incomer to the village. She arrived 5 years ago and found a place she could call home. So when the owner of the Lighthouse Bookshop dies suddenly, she steps in to take care of the place, trying to help it survive the next stage of its life. But when she discovers a secret in the lighthouse, long kept hidden, She realises there is more to the history of the place than she could ever imagine. Can she uncover the truth about the lighthouse first owner, and can she protect the secret history of the place? So I'm looking forward to that. I think it sounds really good. And then one of the authors that I spoke to, there were two. There was Neve Hannigan, her book. We just got the cover of it. We didn't actually get the book. They didn't have any copies there. So I spoke to her. She's really, really nice, and I hope to get her book, soon. But I also spoke to Nina Kaye, and she very kindly signed her book for me, and it's called Just Like That. She's on a mission, he's running for love, their hearts have other plans. So, in forever of the cards for these enemies of love, is it forever on the cards for these enemies at first sight? Jess is smashing her events management job right now. Her boss is talking about a promotion, but all of that comes to an abrupt halt when her brother has a sudden stroke. Jess doesn't think twice about stepping in as his carer, but her boss is not so understanding. Effectively demoted, she is assigned to a small animal park near Edinburgh that's desperately in need of funds. There she clashes with arrogant herd keeper Nick. He's frustrated with her squeamishness. She thinks he's a lech. Nick wants a baggage-free life. Jess has so much drama going on, even the Kardashians couldn't keep up. But maybe saving the animals of East Lothian Wildlife Park will help those opposites find some common ground. So it's an animal park set in East Lothian, so I thought, yeah, why not? So I'm really looking forward to reading those three. As to what I'm going to start reading in this weekend, it is the start of Christmas in July, and I am going to start reading on my Kindle. Wait till I get it. The Christmas season. Welcome, you're cordially invited to the Christmas season. Welcome to Your Happy Ever After by Ali Sinclair. So I'm going to read that one. And then, so that's for review. And I think I've got about 3 Christmas ones for review in here because this is Christmas in July. Woohoo! So I'm going to definitely be reading that. I have some other Christmas books that are in the front bedroom that I can read. I've got Jenny Colgan's The Christmas Bookshop. I've heard very mixed things about that. So yeah, we will see how I go with that. But that's kind of what I plan to be reading this weekend. Definitely the Christmas season. And I will sort of pick another physical book to read as well. So yeah, so that's my plans for the weekend. Also dealing with obviously new car insurance, cleaning my car, hoovering my car inside. I'll take it through the car wash on Monday before it gets returned to the garage. There's athletics on tonight, Diamond League meeting, so I'll watch that. But that's kind of my weekend plans. As I say, from here I'm going to take you on to the footage that I took at First Date Romance Book Festival. It was run by the Lighthouse Bookshop in Edinburgh, so thank you for them and to all the authors that came and chatted to people and everything, so that is coming on next. But I hope you've enjoyed this, friends, this video. Please let me know down in the comments if you read any of the books that I've mentioned. What did you think of them? I'd love to know. If you've read them. If not, do you plan to read any of them? Again, I'd love to know what have you been doing this week and what are your weekend plans. Please come chat with me down in the comments. And on your way there, please hit the subscribe button. It'd be lovely to keep my channel growing because I'm really enjoying getting some new members. It would be great. And hit the notification bell. It'll tell you exactly when I put out a new video. But until my next video, friends, stay safe. Happy reading. Bye. Hey friends, how are you? I'm at the Storytelling Centre in Edinburgh. It's on the High Street Royal Mile. There is a new book festival starting today. It's one day. It's called First Date, and it's romance books where the publishers are going to be there, etc. So I've just arrived. You can see the books set out, but I've decided I'm going to treat myself to a mocha first. and then I'm going to have a wee wander around, but I'm going to try and do a wee bit videoing while I'm here as well, so you can get to see it. I'll sort of video the storytelling centre as well if I can. But yeah, we'll wait and see what today brings, but I would like to support something that's just the first time it's happening, so we'll see what it's all about. So this is my mock, isn't it? Beautiful, gorgeous, love the art. And then this is kind of the moment, that's the setup. Let's see, I'll do more when I go and have a wee wander.
Do far too many.
Okay, I'm just going to do a quick kind of overview.
Yeah, of course, welcome.
Thank you. I'm just doing a video for my YouTube channel.
Thank you.
So I'm just kind of I'll do a quick overview, and then I'm going to have a more in-depth look. Ooh, some medical romance. Oh, good. So this is the penguin stand. There were people at the other stand, so I thought I would come over here first and then I will go back over. And this is this must be Mills and Boon, because you've got this is definitely Mills and Boon, which is quite good. And this is Simon and Schuster. I've already seen at least, just from a quick glance, at least a couple that I wouldn't mind getting. So. Yes, so this is HarperCollins Mills and Boon. I've read that one. I've read the whole of the series. So there's book 3. That's book 1. Really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend. So yeah, so that's this lot. And then I'm going to go and see if I can get that one table I didn't look at. So this is Hatchet. It's okay, I won't get it. Jenny Colgan, because Jenny Colgan's actually going to be talking at some point today. And so we've got all ones down there, but I don't. So this is the Hatchet. Okay, friends, I've come out now. I've seen all this. The books, etc. So this is the Royal Mile. So that's looking up towards the castle, and I'm just going to take you on a little journey home. But this is the storytelling centre. Hold on, if I go back. So yes, it's gorgeous. It used to be called Sir John Knox's house. He was a minister back in the day, and then this is kind of the other end of the Royal Mile, and that heads down towards Holyrood Palace and the dear Scottish Parliament. Let's not mention anything to do with politics on this channel, but yeah, so this is sort of some of the area of Edinburgh housing. Okay, kind of, this is just the corner and it sort of leads up to the Pleasance. And then this bit over here, we're now heading down towards Waverley Station. So that used to be the kind of the Scottish offices. So yeah, or used to be. I think there's still some of it there, but not very much. But this is, I thought I'd just let you take in a little wander down part of Edinburgh. And then there, that's up at Carlton Hill, is the bit up there, so that's Carlton Hill. I've only been up there once. Nice view over the rest of the Edinburgh city, mind, but yeah. So when I get past all this works, I'll just keep going this way. I might be able to hopefully do this. Yeah, that might be. And then that hotel there is the Balmoral Hotel. That is like the posh, one of the posh hotels in Edinburgh.
Yeah, but you need to listen to me when I say something.
So yeah, so that's what it's like. And then up there is the Scott Monument. I can get to most of the time you can get to the top, and it's a really nice view. And then they're doing loads of work on what it's called North Bridge. Sort of connects part of Edinburgh to part of Edinburgh. So yeah, so that's what. And then over, as I say, down, that's kind of Waverley Station down there. So I didn't have that far to walk, which was nice. And at the moment the weather's holding off, which is good. So I'll chat to you later on. Yeah, my hair's a mess, but I mind. So yeah, it was nice to go. I have to say I enjoyed sort of being there, and I chatted to a couple of authors, which was really nice. One of them, her book didn't have any copies there, which is a shame because I'd have bought it if she had. But we started chatting, and it was really nice to chat to her. And then obviously I chatted to the other author who signed her book for me, so that was nice. They had some other authors there as well, but I didn't sort of chat to them. What would have been nice is maybe as well as having authors there, to actually have somebody from the publisher as well, so you could chat to them. But that's, that was, I guess, that is maybe more important that authors were there, so they get to interact with readers, etc. But no, I enjoyed it, and it's the first one it's been organised. I'm hoping that it'll be, they'll do it again next year, and it'll be a bigger event. I think that would be really good. But no, for a nice quick couple of hours in Edinburgh, excuse me, it was nice. I've got 3 books, which is good, and I had a nice mocha, which was lovely, and the rain held off, which is fantastic. I had a cool ghoul in my bag just in case, but no, the rain has held off. So I'm now going to just sort of have something to eat and enjoy the train journey home. But I hope you've enjoyed this little video of my day at First Date, or my time at First Date, the first romance book festival in Edinburgh. And if you've read any of the books that I've mentioned down below, please let me know. And if there are any of the books that I sort of quickly showed you in the video bit, please let me know. I'd love to know what you thought of it. But until my next video, friends, take care and happy reading. Bye. Hey friends, Editing Fiona here. Just to say, I forgot to say in the main video, Amanda from Amanda Reads and I did our live show on Tuesday on her channel about our buddy read of The Neighbour Favour. Yeah, there you go. I finally got that out. So if you want to hear our chat and what we thought of it, etc., and we had a great conversation. So in the description bar down below, I will leave a link to that video. Hope you'll go and watch it and support both of us. We are doing another buddy read in July. I've given Amanda a couple of options, so hopefully we'll read one of those options. But yeah, so I just wanted to quickly pop on and see. I forgot to say about that, but see you next time. Bye.